This has been a long and painstaking process, but sometimes that's the best process that must be had in order to ensure that conflict doesn't arise, right? So this would be a good probably example for the kids, right? Anyway, so I can try to make this as quick as possible, right? Now, you frame this whole thing around, talk about how it pop up at some meeting. This was a voice call you were supposed to have, an event you were supposed to have. You understand? And you invited me to that event. That's why I was at the event. And that's how come I asked you about whatever I asked you about, right? So you're framing things very wrong, right? Look at the backdrop of us getting into this arrangement was actually we were working on a good energy. I had just finished a document that I put up to the National Peace Program, and I spoke for the National Peace Program recently in that time. And I had just put up a document for you and me to start something called the CPR, cash CPR records, right, to revitalize the youth and do something positive. So don't give the populace of Barbados the impression that, you know, I come and tell you that I never wanted to pay you in the first place and all that kind of thing, because that only will make you a big idiot and another hungry dog. Because what kind of artist, what kind of producer would work with someone that tell them up front that they don't want to pay them? So you lie all about the place. But let me not address the lies. All right? 2 minutes get spent on that. Let me address the situation. And the situation is simply this, peoples. I have a song in a reggae beat with vocals for that reggae beat. I asked Illblaze if he could use those same vocals and create a calypso, right? Or a soca with the same tempo and do his magic around the said preset vocals, so I wouldn't have to go in the studio again because I like how I have put on the vocals. He told me yes, he can get that done. Hence, I gave him the 250, which is the down payment, right? When he now delivered a beat, he's telling me that this beat that he has delivered, he cannot do a soca beat as previously was the arrangement. He can't do a soca beat. He can't get it done. And what I will have to do is a new song. Now let me put this in context. The only reason I went to Illblaze, right, is because a reputable tent in Barbados was considering me for music, right? And I needed to get the stuff in for a particular time, and I needed to get that song in a calypso, which is something I wanted to do anyway, right? So the moral of the story, if you can't do something, don't say you can do it. And if you say you can do it, try your best to do it. And if you can't do it, be amiable, right? Because it got a lot of fake men, right? That walking about the place puffing up the chest, and they got a lot of points to prove because I call them fake men, and I'm not saying you're a fake man, but you will have to know, right? A lot of fake men, they got a lot of points to prove. And you want to know why they got a lot of points to prove? Because they know deep inside they're not men, right? Men don't do things that women do. Always remember that. All right, so they know deep inside there's not men, right? But I hope I'm not supposing that you're that kind of person, Mr. Blaze. Right? So let me get to the threats. What threats? What do you want? You want escalation? You want escalation or resolution? Because right now I ready for either. You telling me about defaming my character, my G. That boy I defame your character, my G. You see boy that come out here call me a fraud. Who have I ever fraud? Who have I ever fraud in my lifetime? Just there's a man that's be lacking, call him, and when he finds somebody that need a service that may not have the money or may claim to not have the money, because when they get real touches in society about money, right? When they'll do anything for a dollar bill, tell a lie, do anything for a little dollar bill, right? To even claim you don't have it, right? I know, man, let me do that for you. You're gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the kind of man I am. So who I con? Who I fraud? You're calling me a fraud and you're calling me a con. I'm a businessman, just that you're not a black man, just that you're trying to get ahead. Stop it. It's not nice. You understand? And I got my lawyer there too. So don't feel that. I ain't got right to die lawyer. I got right to die lawyer there too. You understand? A badass. But how things is right now, right? I'm looking at resolution. You understand? See all the pretty thing. I had a man like this. Oh, and then you say about business owners like stalking, and I don't know if following somebody online is stalking them. I don't know if you know how social media works. When you meet somebody, you put them in your contact, their business may come out online. And then you follow. I don't know strippiness, all kind of things to talk about, but I am about the strippiness. You understand? I am about the strippiness. Right? I am about the strippiness. I want resolution. Alright? And you made a comment, because when I saw you in town, I had to tell you in verbatim what I had to tell you in a direct manner. It wasn't so pretty and playing hard or come in Black Rock or come in wherever you live. But they don't care nothing about coming to you, man. I tell you already from that first time I see you, I can deal with you different. Barbados is small. You understand? I tell you I can deal with you different. I do not care nothing about your power, the powers that be, and whoever you think is big people, and whoever wicked, and whoever in cults, and whoever molesting baby boy. I do not care nothing about them kind of people, boy. Understand that about me. Are ya? So if you want push buttons, you can push buttons, you know. Trust and believe that. But a real man will look for resolve. So I'll let you just stop blocking me about the place like a little child and deal with this thing like a man, because it ain't going away.